Welcome back to Live Arena, folks. This episode was brought to you by Hadouken! And many other video game sound effects. Because I am a video game nerd, and that's what we do. We just make video game sound effects. Like the coins from Super Mario Brothers. Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. I'm going to start with Lady Mikage. It's always a toss-up between Armand's and Lady Mikage, because Armand's kind of, he's kind of the meta, right? And sometimes I can't decide which I'm going to go with, but I'm going to go with Lady Mikage. The decision is often down to, she's a good counter to Armand's, who I assume Fave Train is going to take now. Because Raid, Plarium, whatever, whoever's in charge there, you guys still haven't balanced Armand's. He's just not balanced. Oh man, I'm dealing with the king. I wanted the king. Okay. So I'm not taking the king. I could take the queen to prevent him from taking the queen. That is still maybe a thought, but you know what? Why waste a slot for me? So I'm going to take MORTU Macabre and Pythion, and I'm going to let him take whatever. Or her take whatever. I do not know the gender of my opponent. They got the Ronda Rousey there. Who knows? For all I know, I'm actually playing the real-life Ronda Rousey, although I doubt it. I doubt it. Is that you, Ronda? So he does have the king and queen. Or she, or they. They have the king and queen. And they have Arbaeus. So I'm going to go with Ultimate Death Knight and Rhodos. I think this is reasonably balanced. I'm going to block the king. I think the king is going to be too difficult to deal with. Arbaeus is also going to make life difficult, but I think having the king and queen on the board... I could also block the queen. Now I'm thinking maybe that's the better move. Just get rid of the queen. There's no support champion anymore. I can theoretically crowd control the whole team at this point because the queen's not on the board. Because what she does, part of her passive, is she will prevent any crowd control from whoever's got the highest crit damage. I don't know who that is offhand. No one can know, right? It comes down to the way that stats are balanced. But now I should be able to crowd control them if they're not under Stone Skin, which of course they are. Nutcracker under Stone Skin is brilliant. That's actually great, because really the only one who can hit through Stone Skin other than Nutcracker is one of the Blade Masters. Which one is it? It's that's one of them. I'm blanking on the name now. But anyway, as long as he doesn't see him, you know that you don't have an enemy Nutcracker to worry about. Okay. I'm going to try to take down him. Ooh, I managed. Okay. So if we can get rid of... I really want to take HP off him. So that's how I'm doing that. That reduces the damage that comes from him, but it doesn't completely eliminate it, and I don't know. We're in a bit of trouble. We're in a big old heap of trouble. So at this point, I'm thinking I might go for the, I don't know, go the heal. It doesn't look good. I have to bust through this guy's Stone Skin, or I can hit this way. I guess there's no reviver on the team. That was the advantage of taking away the queen. But I do have to worry about dying myself. Also, something that I've been testing out with my lineups is resistance, and seeing if I have enough resistance on my MORTU to stop Armand's from controlling him. Because if Armand's turns him into a sheep, it's just over. But hasn't happened. Let's see, can't really do anything other than this. I really want to kill this guy. And I can't because he's behind Stone Skin. It's Fatalis Blade Master. That's the name of the one that I was trying to think of. I could summon Fatalis Blade Master and build him. I do have the fragments for him, and I just never got around to building him. Or summoning him, for that matter. I was waiting for the right time. I don't know, maybe the time's right. I'm not doing the current fusion. Is anyone doing the current fusion? I think the general consensus in the community is that it sucks. Like, if you look at his kit, he does damage to Hydra, kind of. But it's kind of middling. Middling damage. There's better damage dealers for Hydra. So I don't really know who this this particular fusion is even for. And maybe Plarium just thought, it's a good time to give people a break. People have been doing tons of events, but I don't know. I got no idea. So I'm fighting. Oh my god, I do not like this lineup at all. So I could try the same thing. I could try to bring. Why don't I bring Sun Wukong? And I'll still bring Pythion. To try to have somebody that can resist Armands. But with both of these guys on the field, like, they're the two absolute toughest nukers that there are. And of course the Queen is there. Of course she is. And of course they took Duchess. I wanted to take Duchess. That's who I was going to make my last one. That's too bad. I suppose I could do it this way and use Helikath. I kind of like the way that balances out. I could also use Pythion, but I have to make a decision, so I'm going to go with Helikath. Why not? I said Pythion. I meant Rhodos. So this time, I'm going to eliminate the king. Maybe it needs to be Taras. I'm not sure. It's got to be one of them. So I'll make it the king. And I'll take the resistance. And we'll see how much accuracy that Armands has. So my MORTU Macabre, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, I think he's got 750 resist. So what do I want to do here? Let's just take away some of the Stone Skin if I can. So I don't have to deal with so much of that. So he can't sheep my MORTU Macabre. This is good news for me. He can absolutely one-shot my poor Mika, though. Yeah, I'm going to get her back up. I'm going to get her back up because I'm about to put up block damage. So now she should be able to stay standing for a little bit. And I'll start hitting back with Helikath. And he managed to sheep himself. So we're up against MDDDDDDDD. Is that like just a bunch of medical doctors? What kind of a name is that? Doesn't seem to be a lot I can do right now. I need him to attack my MORTU so that I can get that peril off. He doesn't have a lot of area of effects going on in his party. So I might have to whittle him down. Or he might have to whittle me down until the only one left to attack is MORTU Macabre. This could be a very dull fight. That's the one downside. I've been doing my live arena fights every day, even though I haven't been making videos. I think it's been more than a week since my last video, but part of it is, I don't know. I want to be interesting for the whole video, right? I don't want to have dead spots where you're just looking at the same boring-ass fight for 20 minutes. Of course, you can always skip ahead. You know, this is always a possibility. I did miss out on some interesting fights, though. Alright, he's hit everybody, so maybe I'll have a shot at using Peril. And hopefully Pythion can survive. Because it gets really dicey if you get down to just MORTU Macabre. And he doesn't have any healing. Nope, can't do that. So we'll cleanse them. Well, that's it. Down to just MORTU. I'm probably going to lose. I'm just going to end. I'm on this mission. I'll show you guys. I'm on the live arena mission, so I need another 22 wins. I'm not going to do them in one sitting. I think it took me 2 days just to get to 18. Might even taken me 3 days. I'm not sure. These missions are so rough, but really, like this is the home stretch for me. I'm almost at Marius. I really want this guy. I used him on Charmop's account that one time. It was a lot of fun. I can't wait to have one of my own. I am seeing him a lot more in Arena now. And that means MORTU Macabre becomes more relevant because every single move that Marius has is an area of effect. So they can't avoid MORTU. But maybe I'm showing MORTU too early. And I don't want my opponent to know that I plan on picking him. Armands. Okay, so I'm going to counter with Mika, and I could counter with UDK or MORTU. The thing is, more and more, I'm finding that MORTU Macabre is a good response to Armands. Because he's got good resistance. And then Siphi is actually a big problem for MORTU Macabre. So when there's a Siphi on the board, then I kind of want an Ultimate Death Knight to counter that. Maybe I'll take Rhodos as well. Or maybe I want the King and Queen. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to take these two. It's fine. This is a good response to that, he says, as if to affirm this for himself. So I'm probably going to want to ban the Lizard because he's absolutely crazy. This guy, I mean, he nukes super hard. He puts all your stuff on cooldown. He can revive champions. I think he's also got a cleanse, if I'm not mistaken. He is just bonkers. He seems to do it all. There's this guy. There's also... oh, and there's another Taras. Wonderful. And a Bomber. And I bet we have enough to resist the Bomber. So I'm going to try to block... Who's going to be the worst one to have to deal with? I can bring Pythion. And I guess I'm going to block the Lizard. I don't know. Maybe I should block Taras? The thing is, Taras hurts so much, and so does the Lizard. They both hurt a lot, but I'm going to consider that Lazarius does not have any blessing. Taras has 3 stars. That's the consideration. That's why I'm banning him. I'm going to go for the speed since I can't have the resistance. And if Armands manages to sheep my MORTU Macabre, which is, I think, what his first move would be, then I will probably just instantly resign. But here's my first move. I'm going to stun these two. Or I'm just going to stun him, I guess. That buys me a little time. So, what's the damage? What are you going to do with Lazarius? I don't know, but it's going to be completely amazing. I mean, look at how long it's taking him to make his decision. So I don't think I can really knock anybody down because of just how tanky everybody is right now. I'm just going to try to take a little bit of health to make my Rotos a little stronger. I did finally do that thing that I've been talking about. I put Rotos in Stone Skin. But, I mean, dealing with the bombers is kind of the one time you don't want that. And man, he managed to land a bomb even on my MORTU Macabre, which means his Rat King must have at least 750 accuracy. Which doesn't leave a lot of room for good attack power, but maybe it does. I don't know. We're going to find out when this bomb goes off. Oof. That is a lot of damage. But I'm still standing. I'm going to take out Siffy. That's what I'm going to take out. I think we're dead, though. I mean, I don't really see how I recover from this. It's going to be very hard to keep MORTU alive. That one bomb that got through, and that might have been a 3% as well. Because I didn't see, like, I saw him hit more bombs, and none of them seemed to land on the Rat King. So I may have just got really unlucky there. I really should have been making videos the last couple of days. There were some really amazing fights. There was this one fight where I took MORTU Macabre and a whole balanced team, and the enemy team just completely wiped out my team except for MORTU Macabre, and then MORTU Macabre systematically took them out one at a time, and they just couldn't stop him. It was amazing. MORTU Macabre had his moment, and now I am immortalizing it in just me kind of, you know, blabbing. What do they say in Game of Thrones? Words are wind. Words are wind. Seeing is believing. So who knows? Maybe another fight like that will happen again. I don't know. We just got to play out this timer. You know that if you don't make it in the first 20 seconds or so, that you're going to have to wait the full 60. I'm sure there is some kind of a technical reason for this that Plarium just either doesn't know about or doesn't care about. Hey, is Archangel. It's almost like an Archangel, but he sneezed while he was filling out his identity card, and he became Archangel. I'm going to go with Armands. You know? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with Armands instead of Lady Mikage. Now he's probably going to take Lady Mikage. Oh, and you know what? Doesn't look like a good time for MORTU Macabre anyway, so why don't I take the King and Queen? It does look like a good time for Ultimate Death Knight as well, because he's a good counter to Siffy. And if I see a Siffy, I assume Rotos is coming somewhere. Man, I wish I had a Siffy. So he's got two really tanky, really like you could just never do damage to the nukers. I could go for MORTU anyway and just ban the Harima. And I could take... What do I want? Maybe another support champ like Duchess. I think that's reasonably good. I'm going to go with it. I also built Eastrid, and I've got her in a 5-star speed tug of war thing, whatever it's called. Intimidating Presence, I think, is the name of this blessing. So I want to eliminate one of them, and I don't even know which one is the correct choice, but I think it probably needs to be her because they're probably going to ban my king, which means MORTU is going to have a devil of a time dealing with her, although I still have Armands, who could sheep her. He could still sheep whoever he wants, come to think of it. But I've made my choice, and anyway, he banned Armands. So we'll take the speed, or do I want the bulk? I kind of like the bulk. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to assume his Siffy is going to outspeed my team. Fastest person there, I think, is my Duchess at 300 speed. Which is definitely slower than what he's got going on. Let's see. 300 gets me here. I want to place his speed at maybe 340. So I don't know. Maybe if I'd taken the speed aura, it would have made a difference, but maybe not. Because that's a combined speed of 340, right? You have the aura that enhances it. Yeah, I think he'd still have outsped me anyway, so I will put up some protective buffs. I can't believe my stone skin's already gone. That's lame. Alright, well, let's put up the strengthen, and I can try to punch out somebody. I don't know. I don't think I can completely take down anybody, but I'm going to try Siffy. Not quite. Very close, but not quite. If I got her, that would have been great, because that would have been her block revive and everything. She'd just be gone. Siffy would have just been gone. It would have been a... And I'd have got to go again as well. But I've really put as much damage as possible into the king. I don't know how to make him do more damage. Now, in all the excitement, I lost track. Has Taras used his big nuke yet? Because if he has, I mean, I can't tell just looking at my team. Oof. Oh, I'm sorry, Archangel. That must have hurt. So, we're fighting Tarzan online. And he's bringing Armands. Surprise, surprise. So I'll bring these two. Sometimes I prefer to take UDK first because everyone has UDK. And often people are picking him, but at this point I'm not entirely sure I even want UDK on the team. He is sometimes very good. So he's got speed going on. She kind of scares me. She's very nukey. I'll bring the king and queen again. And my last choice, probably Pythion. Just because he's got extra resist. I've got the life harvest on basically all my revivers now. This is another change I made recently. I don't know if I've talked about this before. But life harvest on revivers, good synergy, because let me think. Okay, I definitely want to get rid of her. Good synergy because if you have a reviver, chances are you're in a more long drawn out fight where there's a war of attrition. So you want as many chances to wear away at their max HP as possible. One of the counters to that strategy could be Pedrig, because he can completely clear away all destroyed HP. But it does a lot of damage at higher levels. And I'm surprised there aren't more players using it, because it does strongly wear away at the opponent. And come on, Armands, what you gonna do? He's gonna go for the stun, and it... Oh man, bombs on everyone. Oh, that's nasty. So, let's see, a quick roll call of resistance. I think my queen has something like 600 resist, which wasn't enough. MORTU Macabre. I don't know why he didn't have enough. Also, no peril, so that's unlucky for me. Oh, he's got increased resistance because of this guy. I didn't realize. I should have banned this guy, but I did not realize he brought increased resistance. And that's why. So that explains it. Mystery solved. Out of curiosity, how much damage is this bomb going to do to MORTU? Ooh, damn near enough. All right, Tarzan, I'm going to give it to you. You beat me up good and proper. I mean, once increased resistance is on the table, you can forget about resisting anything. So I'll take our nope, I won't do nothing. Maybe I was too slow. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. I get the sense that some people really just want to speed through their fights to see if they can find an easy one. Kind of the same way people will look for solo defenders in live arena. A single Siffy, huh? All right. Well, why don't I counter with somebody? I don't know. Okay. I'll take Armands. And I will take Ultimate Death Knight. I figure Ultimate Death Knight's the best counter to a Siffy Rotos pair. I probably just want to ban this guy now. I'm going to go with the King and Queen. And then I'm not sure. Ah, they got Teox. Teox is always bad news. So let me think. What is a good counter to this? Maybe it's... No, I need another nuker. So on a whim, I mean, it's just going to be him. Or it could have been Rotos. With all the lizards on this team, I think Teox might actually be more dangerous. So I guess I'll go with that. And really, now I kind of wish that I'd taken Rotos, because I need a way to take off the unkillable from him. Although Armands might be able to do it. I can also take the Speed Aura to try to take some initiative in this fight. But he does have Siffy, so I think he's going first. So I guess he went for his lockout move and got sheeped. I have no doubt about sheeping him being the right move. And now my position's okay, but I'm still gonna have to get to the point where I can take these guys out. And yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna use my A1 on that guy. Because the difference here is that I do have Armands, so I'll just do it this way. And okay. So I'm going to try to decrease his attack. I also got the fear. This is excellent. I just want to keep this guy controlled, if not dead. Let's try sheeping. Oh, that's it. So, good game, so sleepy. And hello, Colin. I'm going to start with Armands again, because that was so good. But also, Plarium, you got to balance Armands. How many times do we have to go over this? But you know what? To be fair, literally every mythical in this game kind of counters Armands and is also broken. Introducing mythicals was a shit idea. I just think it was a completely shit idea, but I'm probably just saying that because I don't have any, other than Lady Mikage, who I already can't use in this fight. But I will go for MORTU, because I know at least Sun Wukong wants to hit everybody. And I could go for Ultimate Death Knight. I could go for Pythion, just because he's got the resist aura. He's a cleanser. And maybe I'll go for the King and Queen, just to have a complete team. Actually, in Classic Arena, I like to use Pythion, MORTU Macabre, and the King and Queen. That's my team, my best team. I just run them on full auto, and they kill basically everything in front of them, unless it's a really crazy team, like a 4 mythical team. But there's very little that beats it on auto. So come on, Colin. What are you gonna pick? It's gonna be something good, but not King and Queen. Okay, thank you. So I can have them. So he's going with UDK. My guess is he wanted to go for Rhodos, and he wanted to cover his bases. I don't want him to have increase accuracy because of what happened last time. So I figure if I take that and I give myself resistance, and I have my typical team, although in Arena my lead is actually MORTU, just because if they have ally attack, in Classic, on full auto, they're always going to attack your lead. So this way they attack the MORTU Macabre. And he is first, so if they had an ally attacker and they went to auto, it would also target MORTU Macabre, so that gives you more chances at peril. And King's already down. That's too bad. Alright, let's put this stuff up. Let's get the King back up. And can I get this guy? I probably would have had enough damage if I didn't have this damage to my max HP, so that was well played. Wow, that guy hits hard. Anyway, I'm now going to pray for a peril with MORTU, but I'm wondering how I'm even going to deal with this guy. And I don't even have peril. probably going to kill her right now. Wow, that guy's hitting hard. And now I can see why he took Ultimate Death Knight, because Ultimate Death Knight would hard counter this guy. So who am I dealing with? I guess... I mean, I really want to take this guy out, but I don't know if I'll get him in one shot anyway. It probably doesn't matter. Just look at all that health get chunked off. Well, good game, Colin. You beat my team good and proper. Hello, Leon's Lol. I swear I've fought Leon's Lol before. I'm going to go with... What am I going to go with? I'm going to go with her and him. Lady Mikage. MORTU Macabre. So at least I have a lot of polymorph. He obviously loves polymorph too. Polymorph is another thing that's maybe still not quite well balanced. They do have that new gear set now that balances polymorph for the most part, but it doesn't stop moves like the ones that come from Sun Wukong or Armand's. Anyway, I think I'm going to go with the King and Queen again. I probably don't want to try to go for Rhodos or, I mean, it's too late. I've already got MORTU Macabre, come to think of it. This is why I like Harima. This is why I want Harima. And Plarium is teasing me today with the event where we can, you know, summon Harima, but not really because it's just a ×10, which is bullshit. But I'm tempted to pull all my shards. What do you guys think? Should I rip all my shards? And how do I want to deal with him? I don't know. There's a lot here to deal with. So I'll take Pythion. And maybe I'd better block somebody. I guess I'd better block Harima. So I'll take the resistance. I'm wondering if I want the bulk to try to survive a hit from him. It may not matter. I'm going to take the HP. And I probably should just instantly resign if he manages to sheep my MORTU Macabre. It means this is not going to work. So he buffs his party. I'm not really sure why he started that. Especially if his plan was just to instantly try to nuke him anyway. Well, he can sheep my Pythion. My Pythion, I think, has... I want to say 450 resist. Maybe it's just 400. It's not great anyway. I really want to hit this guy. I want to take him out. He scares me. And if I get a chance to hit him now, but it's got to be like right now. So no peril for me. But let's punch down this guy? Yes. Because that gives me an extra turn. And that means I can come back around and do this. Still not enough to kill everybody. So he can't sheep my MORTU Macabre. Which means I have a chance, but really, I've got to make this work before he kills both of my revivers, because MORTU Macabre is not going to make it on his own. If it comes down to MORTU Macabre on his own, Siffy just completely controls him. She can just A1 him and put him to sleep anytime she wants. So we're going to come in and drop this guy. Dead. I win. Full auto. Oh, Leon, are you seriously going to make me kill your... Thank you, Leon. Good game. So I've got one more fight out of the free ones, and I do apologize. They keep scratching my eye. Apparently it's really itchy. And this feels really good. So I'm going to start with Armand's, because he also scares me. And if I pick Armand's, I don't have to worry about resisting people, and wow, this is already very intimidating. I see why they call you a spiky champ. So I'm going to use the king and queen. He might even let me keep them both. But both of these guys are extremely resistant to being killed. You got Siegfried, I think is his name. He can basically put up block damage and not die. And the not dying thing isn't conditional on the block damage. He does both. He does the not dying thing, and then he puts up the block damage. And Galathier does the not dying thing. Then you got Ultimate Death Knight, who's going to take a hit in place of either of them. And you got UDK, who will refuse to die. So I'm kind of tempted at this point to bring MORTU Macabre. And Pythion just kind of rounds out the team for me. So I guess that's what I'm doing. Right now I'm looking at this guy, because not only does Siegfried refuse to die, he also hits harder than anything I've seen in this game. There's some other nukers that hit crazy hard, but his is just nuts. It's just bonkers. So I'm just going to take him out because he can pretty much single-handedly take out a team. It's weird that the hardest nuker in this game is also a reviver, like a full party reviver. If I were to get any mythical, he's the one I'd want. Galathier is maybe one of the other... Like, Galathier would be in the top 3. Siegfried is probably number 1. Who's the third one? Man, I'm already not doing so good. I can't believe you took out my MORTU Macabre already. That is very frustrating. So maybe what I want to do is hold off. I'm going to hold off on the revive. She's going to do it. She's going to pick him up. He at least gets to go right away. She can try to slow him down, although she didn't. And I guess I'll just go for the area of effect. And maybe I will pick him up now. Does seem like the right time. So let's clean all those debuffs up. And my guys go right back down. This is rough. Spiky Champ, you know what your team's missing though? What would really be messing me up is if you had Life Harvest on somebody. Maybe on Sun Wukong. Or maybe on Galathier. Galathier would probably make the most sense. Anyway, I'm not giving up just yet. Oh, but I don't have to. So good game, Spiky Champ. So I'm going to take 10 gems, and I'm going to do 5 more. This is what I've been doing. I'm trying to get through that mission. as discussed earlier. I have not been keeping track of my wins today. Last I checked, it was 18 out of 40, so it'll be whatever it is out of 40 minus 18. That's how many wins I got today. I play on Twitch. Hey, I play on Twitch. Are you on Twitch? Should I be on Twitch? I do not have a Twitch account. But I keep hearing that's probably what I should have if I play games online. It's probably a great way to meet new people, new cool people who play games. I'm torn once again between Armands and Lady Mikage, but I think I'm just going to go with Armands today. Lady Mikage is about 50 points faster than my Armands. Nope, that's a lie. I think she's like 68 points faster than my Armands. She's extremely fast. She's like 360 something speed anyway. Okay. I'm probably going to have to eliminate the Taras, but I'm going to bring the king and queen. And as soon as I see a reach set champion, that's when I want somebody like MORTU Macabre. And to round out the team, I probably just want Pythion again. So we'll do it that way. I'm almost certainly going to eliminate Taras, because he's extremely difficult to deal with. But he does have Trunda, who is also scary. I'm still going to make it Taras. I think Taras is still worse. I do also have to worry about Lady Mikage lifting my stone skin. That's another consideration. But that is a 6-star awakened Taras, so I've made my choice. I've still got about a 50% chance of keeping my my stone skin. But maybe there's no point in going for resist. So I'm going to go for the speed. Or the bulk? The bulk. I'm going to go for the bulk. I'm going to go for the bulk because I'm not going to outspeed him either. At least I don't think I am. Maybe I am. I don't see any crazy speed leads here. But yeah, it doesn't look like I'd have been anywhere close. My fastest unit seems to be her, and she's nowhere close. Maybe I need to speed up my Pythion. So MORTU kept his stone skin. This is good. So all I have to do, really, is kill her. Peril may already be active. Well, now the stone skin's gone. Ouch. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it. I mean, MORTU Macabre, can you make it? Oh, she knocked down his turn meter. Nursty. And no peril. I can't believe it. I mean, even if we had peril here, I don't know. I mean, the health is so low that I think we'd have lost anyway by that point. But I'm just going to resign. So good game. What's going on here? Why am I looking at that? In the meantime, hey, let's check the missions. 4 wins. How many fights have I had so far? 11? I swear I lose way more often when it's mission dependent. When I need wins to get through a mission, then you know I'm going to win like 1 time out of 4. Thanks, RNGesus, for adding more fights to my mission experience. So, we're up against Killman. That is a very definitive name. So I'll go with Lady Mikage. I'll go with MORTU. And he's going to reset my stuff with Crixia. I hate that, but I think I'm probably going to have to leave her. So I'm going to take king and queen again. And last but not least, probably Pythion. Yet another reason why I really want Harima is because she's got a better resistance aura than Pythion. So who do I have to get rid of? I mean, these guys are both extremely deadly, and I'm gonna have to pick one. And I guess I'll make it Rhodos. So I'll go with the resistance. You know what? I think I just made a miscalculation. I think Crixia actually has increased accuracy. I'm trying to remember if it's her, or if it's Arbeus, or if it's both of them that have it. There's so many mythicals with increased accuracy. So if she has that, I'm not resisting shit. So much for my Lady Mikage. Oof. Okay. Good game kill, man. He didn't even need to overcome my resistance, apparently. I mean, that's the thing about the Nutcracker. With Rhodos, he can rip apart my HP-based nukers. And that's something I don't like. So that's when I'd want UDK. But I need time to know that UDK is who I need. So we're doing the timer thing again. Good opportunity to point out all your errors, Plarium. Here's another one. This is one I'd really like to make a whole video about this, but the city of Cintranos is unplayable right now. It is garbage and no one likes it, and I think you know that. So you should definitely fix whatever's creating that timer thing, so I don't have to rant about the things you're doing wrong in your game in the intermissions. Or maybe you want me to keep rattling them off, doing your work for you, telling you what else is wrong with your game. There's so many things wrong with your game, Plarium. I'm going to start with Armands. I suppose, to be fair, the problem is that we're all suckers and playing this game, which we probably should not be playing, because I know there's a fair number of people out there who are just deep in debt into this game. They'll shell out all kinds of dough to play this game. And not just this game, games like it, any kind of gacha game. I have read horror stories of middle-aged men blowing their kids' college funds on a gacha game. I think this particular instance where this guy like blew his kid's college fund on Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, which I don't even know if that exists anymore. Let's see, how do I want to counter this? Let's take the king, just in case he wants the king. And let's take Duchess? We'll take Duchess. So I've got a good amount of support here, a good amount of nukage here. Armand's, which is probably the one that's going to get banned, but I'm fine with him banning any of the 5. And I'm going to get rid of Rhodos. And I'm going to take the resistance, and hopefully that's enough to resist Sun Wukong. Hopefully. Anyway, I've said this many times before, I'll say this again. This is the last gacha game I'm ever going to play. I'm pretty far into the game, and I do like Arena for now, but I do get kind of a sense that eventually Arena is going to become unplayable even for me, because they're going to keep introducing mythicals. The whales are going to keep getting them. I'm going to keep not getting them. Just about every mythical is busted, it seems. So eventually, I'm going to be losing like 100% of the time. I mean, unless I open my wallet, right? Which is not going to happen. Oof. Oof. Nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. So now it's going to be a war of attrition. He's got no Sun Wukong to do bad stuff to me with. But I basically need Peril to kill his guys. Who do I need to kill next? This is a good question. I'm probably going to make it Shenzhou, if I'm getting her name right. It's another one of these champions where I'm kind of vaguely aware of what she does, but I don't examine her closely because I don't have her. I just know she's very fast. She can, like, give people instant turns if they want to take instant turns. And I don't want her on the board anymore. So, there, double kill. Now it's going to be down to just the Queen and MORTU Macabre. She is obviously going to have a devil of a time taking him down. I think even if I don't get Peril, I probably win the fight that ensues. I'm going to put it on full auto. It doesn't matter anymore. So, good game, Zeus. Your Sun Wukong damn near wiped out my team. I was talking about this earlier, where the whole team gets wiped out and then MORTU Macabre just kind of takes over and systematically takes out the team. That happened there. You saw it. Now it's not just a rumor. It is a confirmed fact. I'm sure like half of you have had that happen to you, or half of you have done that already as well, depending on whether you were fighting against a MORTU Macabre or whether you have a MORTU Macabre. Also, guys, feel free in the comments to tell me if you think I overuse MORTU Macabre. But the thing is, at this point, he's so well geared, and he's one of the only guys I have that can resist Armands, that is part of why I use him. Although now that I'm thinking about it, I do have someone else. Let's see, I'll take the King and Queen. I do have Cardinal. Come to think of it, I think she's in the vault right now. But my Cardinal, just today, I purchased the 5th level of Blessing for her, so she gets an extra 60 resist on top of what she's already got. So she's got damn near 800 resist as well. So she is maybe an option for when I need to resist an enemy team. It's got to be this guy, right? That's what I'm thinking. It has to be the Nutcracker. He is just going to completely annihilate us. Yet another broken champion, but I think Nutcracker is broken in a kind of a balanced way. That he can dominate the meta, but there are counters to him. I could use Goffred, for example. Although there's always that worry that if I bring Goffred, he'll just ban Goffred. So I still have to worry about banning the Nutcracker, and thus the mind games begin. I was not expecting to get the first shot. So I'm going to take advantage and try to stun the party. So we got Zeus Excel. Is this the same guy? Is there somebody who goes by like Zeus in a bunch of different different names? Because I mean, I can see why Zeus would be a popular enough name just to go for. There's not enough buffs to lift, so I'm just gonna sleep Armands. Come to think of it, maybe I should have tried to sleep him, but it would have been a weak hit, probably. So yeah, I made the right choice. Yeah, that's right, I made the right choice. Oof. And luckily, that didn't do too much damage. I have no idea why that didn't do too much damage. That should have just annihilated him. I guess this Sun Wukong isn't built for damage. Maybe he built him to be accurate. I guess we'll find out soon enough. I am going to have a devil of a time doing much of anything, though, if he doesn't hit MORTU Macabre. So I might have to let Armands go for his stun hit. Okay, there's one potential peril coming out of there. And I said, yeah, I need to let Armands hit me, but I'm not letting him hit me. It's a reflex. It's like I can't control it. I'm sorry, everybody. And this fight could be very long. Because MORTU's only move that really does a lot of damage is Peril. And as soon as I see it, I'm going to be tempted to take out Sun Wukong. But probably what I should do is take out Galathir? Or maybe her? I'm not sure. Anyway, let's take this down. And it goes right back up. Wonderful. They were probably waiting for that too. So is he going to go for the sheep? Oh, he's going for the greatest hits. Cool. Okay. I have a good enough chance to have Peril now. Let's cleanse this shit off. A good enough chance for Peril, of course, does not equal Peril. It's nowhere close to equaling Peril. I'm often appalled at how infrequently Peril comes up. So let's see. I think I should start with her. So that's who I'm taking out. And next, strange as it sounds, probably Galathir. Alright, so let's get... actually, yeah, I'm going to go for the cleanse. I'm going to let her do the revive. Because she revives with 75% turn meter. He revives with strengthen. I mean, that's pretty good. And I think it's 50% turn meter and strengthen. But still... It's just a single revive. Increase accuracy, huh? So he does do the increase accuracy. I do not like that. I don't want them to have increase accuracy. Or maybe he's stealing the increase accuracy. Now I'm not sure where it's coming from. Well, either way, let's just sleep him. And then we'll just beat on Sun Wukong. After a couple of beatings, Sun Wukong will have like no max HP left. So he'll just go down in one hit each time anyway. So what you gonna do, Armands? Just an A1, I guess. Alright, well, I'll pick on Armands too. Maybe, you know what? I'm gonna put up block debuffs. Oh man. I think he's got enough accuracy to hit my MORTU Macabre. That's not good news. Alright, I'm going to stun them. So now I need to buy myself some time. Oh, this is no good. I think Zeus has got the better of me now. Because my most resistant member is dead. Nobody else is able to pick him back up. We've been in here 6 minutes. You know what, Zeus, I'm going to give it to you. Good game. I thought I had you cornered. But obviously, it was more of a... we could both corner one another for a while. I think it's possible I could have come back from that, but... I mean, who needs to see that? It could have taken 13 minutes. And one of my philosophies is I don't... Here, I'm going to take Lady Mikage again. I don't like to bother trying to do a fight that's going to last 20 minutes. If there's a likely chance that I'm just going to lose anyway, but make them lose also, I'll just give it to them. I'll just give them the win. That way at least somebody gets the points and they move up in the rankings and I don't have to deal with them again for a while and I move down and maybe get an easier opponent. I think it all works out. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I'm going to go with the king and queen. Or, yeah, I am going to go with the king and queen. That is what I'm thinking, but I'm going to start with these two. If Tinok, or whatever that is in Russian, anyway, he didn't pick them. So I'm going to go with the king and queen. And you know what? Xena is really hostile to anyone that puts up too many buffs. So that is something to look out for. But I think I'm still going to get rid of Harima because she's just too difficult to deal with, especially if they ban the king, which is what they did. So I'm going to put up some resistance. Xena does have that speed boost and the extra damage she does if I put up buffs, but you know what? If he's faster than me, I'm not putting up buffs, so it's not going to matter. So what's going on, game? Nope. And my girlfriend's asking me what I want for lunch, so maybe I will make this my last fight anyway. And I do get the first shot, eh? Here, you know what? I'm going to go for an ally attack. Maybe I should have done it to Armand's. I don't know. And I will just answer my girlfriend quickly. She's asking if I wanted Tim Hortons for lunch. She's on her way back from the gym. And I figure, I've been eating healthy all week. Yes, I would like Tim Hortons. And for any Americans or other internationals out there, Tim Hortons is a chain, like a fast food chain in Canada, where you can have chili, BLTs, just other, you know, nice, comfortable breakfast kinds of meals. So I'm really hoping for Peril this time. You're going to give me Peril, right, game? If I get Peril, I can take out Sun Wukong. I still have to worry about Xena murdering us. Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna definitely take out Sun Wukong. I'm gonna pick her back up. Right? Do I want to pick her back up, or do I want to wait and see what? what the damage is. I'll pick her back up. What's the harm? So, nope, you still can't do that. And what do I want to do? I think I want to go for the stun. And actually, since it's just a single target, I'm just gonna sleep him. I am still super worried about this Xena. Like she's gonna hit us so damn hard. Okay, that we survived somehow. Well, almost all of us. Poor Mika. I'm sorry, Mika. Should I get her back up? I should get her back up. I don't know. Yes, get her back up. Oh, she could have got her back up too. That would have been the better way to do it. Anyway, I can stun both of them. I don't know how close she is to getting another veil back up. Now we can do that. Maybe I want... Yeah, you know what? If you can, sleep her. And I know I should be cautious about the number of buffs I put up, because every time you put up buffs, Xena gets turn meter. And... unbelievable, we didn't get peril. So I'll settle for the block buffs. And I will tell my girlfriend I want chili. And what else do I want? What do I want, guys? What do you guys want? Can I get you guys anything? Wouldn't it be great if I could just like order something for you guys too? Here, sleep her. There, we won't die. I'll go for chili and a London fog. That's what I'm gonna do. Alright, if we can even just whittle her down without the block revive, she at least comes back with less health. And things are looking grim again. I think I'm losing again, guys. Nope. It wasn't going to sheep her to death. This Xena is actually not hitting me as hard as I was expecting her. I have been completely demolished by Xena in the arena before. But yeah, I'm gonna hit her again. If I can't knock her out, I can at least put her to sleep. And nope, you still can't do that. So I've knocked her down. I'm getting her back up. I'm going to start picking on Armands now. So that's one chance at a peril. And here's something I don't understand. Right now, we're looking at Lady Mikage, and she's not in spider form. But she is. I think that's a bug with polymorph. That must be what's going on, eh? That when she depolymorphs, she instantly is this form, but she's still spider form. Like when she's using her A1, she's doing the sleep. That's the spider form thing. So Plarium, you guys have fucked this up. And this has been going on for a long time because like polymorph is not a new thing. I mean, we've been screaming for changes to polymorph, but you could probably at least fix that visual bug. That can't be that difficult to deal with. And I say this as a budding game dev myself. That's right. I'm a game dev now, people. I made a game. I finished a game yesterday. It was just like a tutorial for Godot, But I'm on my way to making my own video games. Someday I'll have a really good game out there. You'll see. It'll be great. Someday. I think I'm losing this tug of war. I think it might be about time for me to admit defeat. So this Xena, like, isn't killing me as fast as I was expecting it, but it's still coming. Well, I still got to do this. Get a little more healing on MORTU. Still don't have peril, but you know what? I can knock her down again. That'll buy me more time, sort of. Not really. Because Armand's, all Armand's has to do... Oh. I do get to get my people back up. I don't know if that'll last, though. But you know what? That can be his problem. See, out that comes. Only managed to stun one of my guys this time, and he's sheeped. Cool, so now I've bought myself some time. Is Xena gonna kill everybody again? This might be one of those fights that I was just talking about, where normally I get to a certain point where I just sort of resign. Tell you guys what, though, this is the last fight of the day. If my girlfriend gets home and she's got my food, I'm gonna want to go join her and eat, and I'll just resign and I'll give it to this guy, even if he didn't win proper. And if, on the other hand, it gets to 20 minutes, like damn near 20 minutes, I'm gonna resign so that he can have the win. Because I do want somebody to get it, and Tinok or Turok or Tvorsky or whatever this says. I don't read Russian. I'm sorry. I respect this team. You probably would have beat me really fast if I hadn't got lucky enough to take out Sun Wukong right away. So let's see. I'll get her back up. She's good and fast, so I can stun. I gotta take out her so that she stops reviving people. Stop reviving people. Stop it. So I'll try to take out oh, I don't know. I think we just have to hit him. There's no way of stopping him from his crowd control. So he sheeps her. I now have no crowd control. Can I manage to take down Armand's for once? Because that's another thing that I can use to kind of get a bit of favor in this fight. If I can wear away at their max HP, I can make them easier to knock down. But it seems like I can never quite hit Armand's. It's like we're in this this speed tune where basically, I mean, I wonder if I want to switch forms and just do the ally attack. Is that a good idea? I mean, it's not a terrible idea. I'm going to switch forms, or you know what? Instead of the ally attack, I could just hit everybody. There we go. That's how you do it. So let's put up a shield. That probably doesn't even reduce the amount of damage coming from Xena, though. She's invisible again. That's unbelievable. Let's try to take away some of that again. Almost. I mean, this is the thing. I can't really tell who should win this fight. So let's get her back up. She's good and fast, so she should go next. I'm going to go for the ally attack. Okay. I feel like we're finally winning this tug of war. This, so far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tug of war speed thing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. If I get this stun, no, it had to be a weak hit. Of course it had to be a weak hit. Party gets back up. I'll put up some block debuffs, at least to take away the healing. She puts buffs back up again. Yikes. I'm going to keep hitting her. Maybe if I could just take her out, I can win. I don't know if she has any healing built in. See, when I run Duchess, I've got my Duchess in regen. It didn't even occur to me to try just picking on Duchess. So next time she gets a turn, we got to pay attention. We're getting very close to killing her anyway, though. Woof. Well, good game, comrade. That was quite something. Anyway, that is about it. I got 24. What was that? I started with 18. That's 6 wins out of 15 fights. That is that is less than I was hoping for. But anyway, hopefully, you know, the 2 or 3 of you that actually sat through the entirety of these fights enjoyed what you saw. I enjoyed playing. Wow, it's been an hour and 23 minutes. That's a lot. So thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves.